put toe to leather and we'll get started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bush. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. So Ohio State's offense will have the first possession of the game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
And he intercepts it. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That is not how you drew it up offensively. You want to come out, get some things established, get your quarterback in a rhythm, get the positive mojo going. The opposite just happened. Just made a big mistake. Now you just created so much momentum for the other team. Defense, please come and bail me out.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On second down, wants to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Hoosiers will line up to punt it away.
And when it's third and this long, a lot of times you sit back, play soft coverage. No, sir. I'm bringing the blitz. You could tell they fooled the offense. The defense gets home with the blitz, gets the big sack.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
He'll keep it himself. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They go right back to him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Successful jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they score first. The AT unit on the field. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing.
And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again, this offensive line has to step up.
Makes a move. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Excellent field position here for the offense. Running behind that left side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that
On
going.
second down, wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reed. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Looking to go up top on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense.
Got a lot of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. He's got 99 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They'll give it to him again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Got it in the middle. It's Blackburn. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. The give out of the gun. Finds a crease at the 20. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Give to the running back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They'll try the run. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage.
Going over the top. Snags it inside the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Father, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's 1st quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right now.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defensive end understanding football? Understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Makes the catch. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Splits the uprights, it's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the movie kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Reed. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
On second down, just keeps firing. Using the quick game. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Secures it at the 30. He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. Quarterback checking off. Looking to move it through the air. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Give to the running back. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Troy was able to walk off the field there in Veterans Memorial Stadium with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. On second down, they'll take to the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Looking to the big tight end. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. So offenses have to be aggressive. They have.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board.
Indiana, 0.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
The run from the shotgun. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a great job by the wide receiver there on a critical down. 3rd down, running the curl route, coming back to the football, making the catch, and picking up the first.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the 1st down marker. The Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks the tackle. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Direct snap. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a 1st down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
He wants to throw. Going for the big play. He's got it down the left side. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. And they knocked him down almost immediately. And the Hoosiers send out the punt unit.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Now the toss. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On the option. Now the pitch. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. On the option. He'll toss it. At the 35, he's loose. All kinds of running room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get any kind of rhythm. We got to change something up here. We got to do something different because right now it's just a sack party.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I know everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, a nice short completion sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we can go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down.
1st down for the offense.
He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. It's complete. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got...
Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's looking deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that one.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Here comes the option. Quick toss. At midfield, he's got room. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him. With that last play, now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of...
Can't hang on. He muffs it. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this all.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Ohio State. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the score.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you.
And what a catch! A diving grab down the right side. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Looking to move it through the air. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires it incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the right. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out there inside the horseshoe.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Got his man quickly. Open space at the 25. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Indiana!
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's... because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
He'll bring it out. It's coming. He stopped at the 23. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Gonna run it. It's Blackburn. Nice move to keep moving. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Yankee Blue. Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. On target to the left. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Going up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is... The offense set for a first down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Gonna take a shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Ohio State. Offense set on first down.
42 Spider. 4-2.
They're gonna throw it to start the drive. He lets it fly. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Quarterback empties his backfield.
Get set.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Ohio State. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. First down to start the drive after the break. Hands it off. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have...
Going to take a shot. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes. First down for this offense.
Jackrabbit.
On the move, it's Blackburn.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He wants to take the top off. Touchdown! Oh. First down here for the offense.
Come on, set.
They'll give it to the back. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Leaves it with the running back.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of 1st downs. I need 2. I need 2 1st downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
With the catch, it's Ortiz. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will... that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Makes a connection. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Ortiz. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He caught it! Touchdown! Offense getting set for 1st down.
29 Philly.
He'll start this drive firing. That's caught. It's Ortiz. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. On the option. He'll pitch it. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Motion from the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. 3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Makes the catch. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Man, I love on 3rd down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle.
Got it! Touchdown, Buckeyes! Here comes the offense on first down.
Get set, get set.
He wants to throw. Looking down the middle. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for you.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.